Hello guys and welcome back to Haymanager with me Alex, and we're getting straight back into our Dortmund save where we've made quite a few transfers, and today's going to be the transfer special plus our first taste at Dortmund football in the FC Pokal. So we are in the DFB, it's the DFB Pokal. So since last time, what has happened? We go into the transfer history, what has happened. So we've brought in Renato Sanchez for 8.5 million. We know in real life he's gone to AC. Oh no, he's gone to Roma. I believe he's gone to Roma. But we've brought him in for 8.5 million. He's going for very cheap. PSG sending him on for very cheap, and he's come in on a pretty nice wage of 58k. So I needed a ball-winning midfielder, sort of maybe a Matsala, someone who can get forward, and I really like the look of Renato Sanchez. Obviously, technicals are very good for like a midfielder. You're looking at the dribbling, first touch, long shots, passing and technique, all very high rated. His physicals are fantastic, great balance, great natural fitness. His pace could be a little bit better, but stamina and strength are up there as well. Then his physicals, very good aggression, great bravery, composure is brilliant, but maybe lacking anticipation and decisions. Determination very good, and his work rate really high as well. So I'm very happy with him so far. 58k per week, brilliant player, and 25 years of age as well. We've seen as well here, he's already worth near the 22 million mark. Then we brought in Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain on a free. He's worth around £60 million. He might be starting for us, I've got to admit. 60 million for a player that we've brought in for a free. This is exactly what Dortmund do. They bring in cheap players and they just sell them on. He's not going to set the world alight. He's not got the he's not got the pace he used to have. He's got pretty good strength at 15, but he's just a good out and out attacking midfielder. In all honesty, he's just very good at crossing as well. He's up there, long shots, flair off the ball, teamwork vision. He's just a very good player. But the only thing that I'm scared of is his injury history. So this might put us back a few times in this career. Then on to our next player we've got in Asan Udrago. I thought I'd bring him in. 17 years of age, 5 million I brought him in for. He's going to rise potentially up to, I think it's 12 million, but he looks really good for a 17-year-old. I just want to see how he develops. We've got him in the under-19 squad, but I want to see how he develops. And he's German, of course, so another player for the future. But he looks really good as an attacking, advanced playmaker. I know these mentals are going to develop a bit more, but already technically looking very good up front. Then we brought in Owen Wijndal, needed a backup left back. We know Wijndal's been good in the past. 8.5 million Ajax brought in for him. We've signed him for 11.5 million, which is a fair amount of money. It's a decent amount. 37.5k a week. Can't really argue with. He's just going to do a shift for us. His marking could be a little bit better, but overall just a decent enough player. He's decent in that position. The big dog that we've brought in is Tomori. We've signed this man. Now I don't know why, but it only cost us 40 million. I thought it'd cost a lot more than that, but maybe it's because if he goes back, the England tax, if he goes back to the Premier League, yes, for a lot more. But 40 million for this man is a steal, I think. He's going to be set, 25 years of age. He's going to last us another 5 years easily if he wanted to. Quite a high wage of 98k, but with Hummels going out, I want to have Schlotterbeck, Schüller, and also Tomori if we do indeed play this 3 at the back formation. Potentially a 5, but maybe a 3. It would look very good to have Tomori, who's very fast, Schlotterbeck, who's very quick, Schüller, who's fast. He can even play ball-playing defender role. Decent enough anyway. He's got good passing and good vision. First touch could be worked on, but Tomori's in. Maffeo, another right back. This is just in case I go for this like 5 at the back formation, but I don't want to develop and bring in players that cost too much. So Maffeo actually we brought in for 9 million. He had a decent year at Mallorca, who brought him in for 3 million. But Maffeo, 26 years of age, can do a shift for us. 9 million. I'm happy I could shift him on for around about that if need be. And he looks pretty good. 15 tackling. He's very good at crossing and dribbling. Physically, he's a bit of a demon, isn't he? He's a bit of a demon. Then the obvious one that, if you ever get the chance to, it's Thiago Almada. I think he looks phenomenal. I've got to admit, I think he looks really good. Does he get a place in our starting 11? I don't know. I don't know just yet. As for now, we're going to look at him playing off the bench. Team selection, we're going to try and play it down the middle, but they're going to let the overlaps go. We're going to play this 5 at the back type formation because at the moment, Schlotterbeck, I could probably try and slot him in, pardon the pun. At the moment, I'm just going to let him do his thing, let him come off the bench. He's 23 years of age. We brought in Tomori, who's a big money name. Mats Hummels is going to decline quite rapidly, I think, and Schüller is just very good in that position so far. If I got a decent offer for him, I would be hesitant to let him go, but if it's a very good offer, because we know that Liverpool are after him, then I'd let him go. Maffeo and Wijndal, so we're going to put them on support in these wing-back roles. Ozcan sits in that ball-winning midfielder role, but I want to play Renato Sanchez and Met Salah to let him get forward because we know he's decent at these long shots. We know he can get forward and play in that role. Royce in the advanced playmaker position. We know he's on the way out, 34 years of age. You know, he's getting a bit worse. So Thiago Almada's there and Reina, just in case we want, we want to get someone else in. Brandt on the left-hand side as the other advanced playmaker support. And Sebastian Haller up front. I do like him in this deep line forward attack role. He looks very good at holding up the play, dribbling. Maybe not as good. Maybe if we play him as a support, it'd be even better. But he just lets him head the ball down, knock it on. Reina, who we know is going to be very good. We know is going to be good for the future. 71 to 81 million pound he's worth. So if we transition ever into the future, we could put Giovanna Reina into that position. This formation here, which is a bit more compact, I'd like to see us trying to transition into this a bit more rather than going into this position. We have Hummels going, we'll have Champions League football, Schlotterbeck, Tamori and Schüller all rotating out between themselves. Very good defenders that we've got for the future. Thiago Almada's there, we know him. Daniel Marlin. Now this is the one where, will he become this perfect striker that I'm after, this advanced forward that I'd love? It's all down to him whether or not he can become that, because this is what I want. I want an advanced forward. I want to be playing that type of role. Adeyemi as well, an advanced forward. Will he be able to become that? That's the question. Can't play him behind the striker, I don't think. He's got that technical ability, that passing range. And then we've got obviously Makoko, who we just know he's going to become one of the best players in the world, but he's only 18. He can come off the bench and do his business, do his part. We've brought in and we've completely rejuvenated the coaching staff. This is my custom view that we got. So as you can see here, in terms of the jobs, goalkeeping coaches, we've got Victor Valdez in. You can see here he looks very good in the goalkeeping coach area, as well as Keinsteiber, I think that's how you say it. Looks pretty good in there. Set Peach Coast, we've got Nick Stanley, who's taken him from Brighton. Looks very good. Tactical knowledge is very good. Set piece is very good, there and thereabouts. Fitness-wise, we've got in 4 fitness coaches. I want to be able to make sure that our fitness is a very, very key thing for us. We're not the best in the league yet, but we will be soon, I'm sure of it. Then coaches, well, I've got Kolo Torre in, Paul McGuinness, who's very, very good. Philip Lau, now Philip Lau mentally, that's the main one I've brought him in for. Brian Kidd, who's been to Manchester City, he's been all around Leeds, Blackburn, he was at Manchester United in the early 90s and late 90s, so he's been around the block. Then we've brought in 2 other coaches, Warren Joyce, who looks very good, like a really good coach. Then scouts-wise, who have we brought in? We've brought in quite a few scouts, we've completely taken over the scouts role. The only thing that we're not very good at the moment, I will admit, is our recruitment analysis, who analysing data, if you look at here, they're not fantastic, I've got to admit. Tactics wise, let's get into the game. We know what we're going to play, we know how we're going to play it, go to the match, and I'm pretty happy with the transfers we made. Tamori's a big name player that we've been able to bring in. The fans expect to win. I'm going to pump up the fist. This is what standard should have done every year. So we're going to kick off. We're going to play against FC Saarbrücken. They're playing a very defensive, 5-3-2 that looks like, but with a defensive midfielder. We've not got that much of a defensive look out onto this team. I'd like to play maybe a 3-5-2 rather than a 5-2-2-1. So that's where we're up to. We're going to go positive in this game. We are away from home, but I reckon we can try and get something from this, as we're going to encourage the lads straight from the off. So Haller steps up. Kerber tries to play a ball into Schmidt there, which he does very nicely. Kerber, as Haller wins it back, and we go back to the goalkeeper, playing it out from the back here. Hummels into Ozcan. You can see how we've set up. We're very, very structured here. Quite like the way that we've actually laid out in this formation. As we get it stripped from us by Schmidt. Becker on it now, and now Gorse plays it inside, but Renato Sanchez is there. Haller now holds it up. That's what I want to see. Maffeo, get forward a bit, son. Come on, there you go. Make that run. Schüller on the ball, knocking it around. Ozcan, we need a creative player. There we go. Down line towards Maffeo, who whips it in. Haller's there, and he just can't get that on. Well, he got it on target, but he can't get it into the back of the net. Brandt stands over the corner now. He whips it in. Schüller's there at the near post, and it's just over the bar. So far, so good. Neubecker crosses it in. So far not so good, as we've conceded very early on there, and we're 1-0 down. In our first game of the year, Boyder, Cobble should be probably getting there, but really poor by us defensively, I've got to say there. But so far, not looking fantastic, I've got to admit. Play a bit wider, go down the right and left-hand side, maybe get a few crosses in. That's the main one. Becker on it now, though. Plays it out to Neudecker, who finds Schmidt, who turns around, plays a beautiful ball through. And it looks like it should have been a certain goal, but a great save there by Cobble. Let's try and go a bit more attacking. Let's see what that does for us, because at the moment, it's just not working out for us whatsoever. We're going to the dressing room, and we're not doing good at all. We're better than this, you know that. Let's point at the lads. Let's point at them. I need you to step up. Do something. I need you to step up as well. And I'm not happy with the finishing whatsoever by Haller. Let's try and get something out of this game. Come on, boys. Push forward. Do something with it. Wijndal stands over the corner. He whips it in to the near post. No one's there. Royce picks it back up again. Wijndal, he's got acres of space here. Will he shoot? He will. And he puts that into the back of the net. Wijndal, on his first start for Dortmund, puts it into the back of the net. They've been defending for their lives here, and we've managed to just break it a little bit. Pretty lucky here as Zelts heads that away. Royce on the ball, finds Wijndal, who manages to make his way into the box very easily there, and it fires it home off of the defender and into the back of the net as it makes it 1-1. Oh, this is, you know, I like this wing back. I like the wing backs a lot, and I think going forward we'd actually be all right. But it just turns out that maybe I need to change something up going up with these forwards. Maybe 2 players up front might be the one. Hands on hips, keep working hard in extra time. We can probably get this. We're going to go into extra time here. First game of the season, we're going into extra time, which I didn't expect, to be honest. We've got expected goals of 2. So we should be doing much better than this. Schlotterbeck heads it down towards Maffeo. Can he play it inside? He doesn't. Back into Schlotterbeck now. Out towards Maffeo. Can he find a ball inside? Nemeka on it now. Can he find... we know he's creative anyway, so he may be able to find something for us. Maffeo down the wing. Back into Schlotterbeck. This wide centre-back role. He's getting forwards now. Into Hummels. We know he's got a good ping on him. Finds Wijndal on this left-hand side. Tomori now. What can he do with it? Into Hummels. We're building it up slowly. The anticipation is killing me here. Maffeo. Into Royce now. Back to maybe Raffio. No. Into Schlotterbeck. Nemeka. Into Maffeo now. Can we get the ball in first time? It's back post towards Marlon. He heads it towards goal. And it's just over the bar. I don't know even what to call these. FCS come forward. I can't remember what the name is. Maffeo closing him down and doing an excellent job there. Can he go forwards now? He can't, and he's getting pulled back, but plays it nicely. And acres of space. Maffeo's had an absolute fantastic start to the game. Can he maybe get a crossing? He can. Beautiful crossing. Brandt's there, and it's into the palms of the goalkeeper. Really unlucky there by Maffeo. Come on, we're doing so well going forward. Risotto now. Inside towards Zelts. Can we get it back? We do. Maffeo once again. He's had an absolutely outstanding game, Maffeo. Into Marlon now. Turns his man. Beautiful turn. Hits it. And Donyell Marlon making a name for himself. And, you know, he's making maybe a little bit of a case for himself to be up front instead of Haller even. Brandt plays it into Marlon. Beautiful turn. Takes it away from his defender. Then shoots with the power. Paterok can't get anything. Parry it wide. And that looks beautiful for us to start the season. Marlon. Beautiful goal, and that puts us 2-1 up in extra time. We're going up to the 115th minute now. We deserve this win. We deserve this big time. And I mean, I think our defence, as you can see here, I'm very happy with it. You know, for years to come, Schuler out for Hummels, maybe put Schlotterbeck into that position. But nice work. That was pretty good. I'll keep the positive vibe going. And for our first game, oh my life, one from the training ground, first victory, super sub. I've got quite a few achievements there. Let's have a look. One from the training ground. Your team scored from a set-piece routine that was worked on in match preparation. Interesting. We've got Cologne in the first game of the season. I'll join you back for that one. That'll be an interesting one to kick us off for the season. World transfers. There we go. And we do by fee. Can we see the most expensive one? So Victor Osimhen has gone to Real Madrid for 86 million. That would probably go higher up. Serge Gnabry goes back to the Premier League. He's at Liverpool. That's a very interesting one. Kurt Zouma to Al Nassr for 64 million. That's unreal. 51 million up front. Then Bissouma has gone to Al Hilal. A player that was very good for me last year. Yeah, honestly, Bissouma, very underrated baller. At 26, he looks sensational, but he's on 675k a week. Emre Can has gone to Newcastle. We sold him on. Edson Alvarez. He's obviously gone to Al Hilal as well for 34 million instead of going to West Ham. That's everything. We've advanced through in the Pokal. Not too bad. I'm happy with that. I'll probably play around with this tactic a little bit because maybe it's better if we do, you know, I'll have to see how things go, but maybe a narrower formation like this, and maybe bring in like maybe a deep line playmaker support in there for Ozcan, and maybe bring in instead Nemeka. See how things go, but I quite like having, you know, I could play Haller as a target forward then, and then off the back of that, you could allow Marlon, who seems to be hitting the ground running here, to be this advanced forward who gets a good link up with Brandt. And even then, maybe you could look at maybe having an advanced playmaker there and an attacking midfielder here. It makes more sense. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Thank you for the reception on the first video. I did appreciate it very much. I shall catch you in the next one. From me, Alex, have a great day. Ciao.